Hello everyone, I welcome you once again to one of my tutorials. In this session we will be talking about how to start development in Angular. So for this, as the first thing, you need to download the editor in which you will be coding. For this, type into your Google download Visual Studio Code, then visit this website. Select your system, either Windows, Linux or Mac. In my case it is a Mac. It starts downloading. This will take a moment. So now, while we are downloading Visual Studio Code, which is going to become our software development environment, let's install Angular CLI. I have Mac, that's why I will write sudo npm install Angular CLI. And if you have a Windows, then just don't write sudo, and that's it. And start your command line interface using admin rights. Alright, I will install it. This should not take too long. And there it is. Alright, very good. So now when Visual Studio is downloaded, let's go have a look in the download folder, unzip it, and start it for the first time. Open. Okay, so this is one of the most useful development environments for Angular, and you can set it up almost instantly. So let's start with setting up our development environment by first installing an extension that will help us develop in Angular. So if you have a Windows system, then press Ctrl Shift X, and if you have a Mac system, then press Command Shift X, and now a window pops up with a lot of extensions that are available for download and installation for Visual Studio Code. So as we are going to develop in Angular, just write Angular there. And those that you see that have actually the most installations, they are on top. For example, this one, Angular Language Service, is one of the most important ones, has 2.3 million downloads. This one we install for sure. Angular Snippets as well. So this will help us a lot in development, because this makes the environment of Visual Studio Code recognize what we are actually doing. It will understand the context and we will be able to do things more effectively. So when we have all this in place, we can create our first project. So let's click on terminal. We can leave this window, and now let's create our first project. So for this, let's type ng new example and press enter. Now it asks, would you like to add Angular routing? Angular routing is pretty important. Let's have it there from the beginning. So I say yes. Now this is about the style sheet format you would like to use. CSS is a little bit older type. I think the most used one currently is SCSS. This allows us to compile CSS in a more useful manner and this way build better software. Now it will take a moment to install all the npm packages. Alright, let's go have a look. Yes, there it is. There is a project called example. Let's go have a look inside. There it is. So now let's navigate to the folder where our example is and open it. This can go away. Terminal, new terminal. As you can see, we have a completely new window. Alright, and now this is the source code. This is the package.json file, which contains all the information necessary for the project to know which libraries to use. And here is the source code. So this is something like a sample project already built for us, for our convenience. It's not very developer friendly. As you can see, styles are inside of the sample HTML file, which is a very bad programming practice. I don't know why they are doing it this way, while SCSS file is completely empty. This is the TypeScript source file where the TypeScript source code belongs into, and this is a module which contains an information about all declared components or modules imported from outside providers and what it shall use to start the project. So let's simply just type npm start. This is an instruction which is available in package.json and tells Node.js and Angular to serve the project. If everything goes right, the project will compile. For the first time it always lasts a little bit longer. Now it has been compiled. A new incognito window of our favorite browser. I'm using Chrome, and here localhost 4200, and here it is. This is our first website. So let's go back to source code, and what you can do now is, well, as the first step I would delete the entire HTML file, and I will write here simply just hello world, and this is a CSS file which contains an information about the styles. So let's write hello world in a very stylish way, where a header class, or it will be inside of a header class of our style sheet file, and this one will have an information about the font size, which will be 20 pixel, color blue, let's do it gray, let's make it 40 pixel to make it a bit bigger, and background color will be let's say gray. This will be royal blue, and it will have a border which will be gray, and it will have a line height of 80 pixel and padding of 15 pixel. Let's have a look, and here it is. This is our first application. This is how you can set up a development environment for Angular, and how you can create a completely new project in Angular and start developing. As you can see, it's completely easy and absolutely everyone can do it. If this is the first time you are watching one of my videos, please don't forget to subscribe. See you soon.